What's up, y'all? My name is Ian Edwards, and welcome to the Soccer Comic Rant. And it's the beginning of the season, and it was a great weekend of games. Goddamn amazing. I had a great time. I'm going to check and see if my guests had a great time. I'm sure one of them did, too. And I have a feeling one of them didn't. But I don't know who it is, We'll see. Before we proceed, I just want to say the podcast is sponsored by onthevolleyapparel.com. And you go to the website, and there's men's hoodies, sweatshirts, T-shirts, tank shops, tank tops, and also for women. And you can go there, and they'll outfit you. They got a ton of nice tops there, and they can also outfit your local soccer team. But go there and check out some of their T-shirts and their hoodies, like I said. And there's a combination of soccer, hip-hop logos on the front of them, and they're lit. I rock them all the time. People ask me where I get them from. And I know the dude that owns the company, self-made, just trying to, do his thing. His name is Elvis. Use my promo code ComicRant, get 20% off your order, and just, be original out there. So check it out. Go to onthevolleyapparel.com. Also, I don't know if you've seen my special, Ian Talk. Boom. You can go to the Comedy Central website. It's produced by Bill Burr and All Things Comedy and Al Magical. So just go to the Comedy Central website. You don't have to be a subscriber. It's there in front of the paywall, and check it out. And I guess I'll do the dates later. And if you go to my website also, there's a list of dates and stuff. You can find out where I'm going to be at, and you could check out the dates. There's I can't even read that. That's
got the Helium. Yeah, February, August 23rd through the 24th.
Yeah, in Philly.
Yep.
And there's another Helium in Buffalo.
Yep, New York.
And then where's that? What, August what?
August 30th, 31st.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure. And Go Bananas, September 5th through the 8th.
Yep.
And that's in Ohio. And then there's the Winchester Music Tavern. That's in, is that
Lakewood, Ohio.
Lakewood, Ohio. And that's on the
Wednesday,
19th.
September 18th.
September 18th. My bad. I don't even know my own date while I'm looking right at it. And then there's the Press Box. There's one in Clovis and one in Fresno. I'm doing those shows on the same day. So you can go to one or the other ones before the other. And that's on the 28th of September?
28th, yep. 28th of September.
So I'll be there.
7 o'clock and a 9:30 show.
7 o'clock and 9:30 show. So I'm just hitting these like music venues, and they have some nice setups to do a good comedy show. Then there's Helium again in St. Louis, and that's October. Is that October?
October 3rd, October 4th, and October 5th.
Oh, thanks, man. I can't see shit.
Yep.
And is that that's at the Stardome?
They have the Stardome and
Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what?
That's the 18th to the 20th October, and then you got one more, the Comedy Palace, December 13th, San Diego.
I'm sorry. Why did I interrupt you?
You're good.
Because read the shit clearer than me, and I'm interrupting you. All right. So on the other side of the table, I got one happy person and one depressed motherfucker, and I'm not gonna. You might be able to tell by the type of jersey the person.
I'm
is
actually
wearing
doing pretty good.
Depressed motherfucker. Yeah. So we got Neil Chakravarti, Chelsea fan, comic.
And
before you get into the depression or you're getting over your depression, let me introduce Xavier XG Marks the Spot, Spurs fan, comic, and you've seen him on the Sam Tripoli's podcast. Well, how many other podcasts you working on?
Just Sam Tripoli's and George Press.
Just Sam's and George's and this one. He is grinding. He has a broad palate.
A little bit.
Yeah. And he's into everything. So grown Renaissance young man doing this motherfucking thing. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here always.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So, what did y'all think of the weekend, just overall?
It's good to have football, soccer back.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you motivation to wake up early in the morning.
And really early.
You gotta.
Well, one of them is like the earliest ones. If you live here, like in California, it's 4:30 to watch a Man City game.
I did watch that live. Well, I had to. The first game was Friday, so that was 12. But I was traveling Friday, so I got to watch that, like one half of it, and then the other half, like later on after I finished with my shows at night. I was in Portland, and then after all the shows and we hung out, I went to sleep for like an hour and a half, then woke up to see the Man City game. And everybody else woke up at
You don't run into the scores while you're trying to wait for later?
Do I run into the score?
Yeah, like you never go through. Yeah,
I'd seen the Liverpool game, and the Man City game was the first one Saturday morning. Was it? Was it?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, first one Saturday morning.
So then I saw that.
So you see the whole game without, and you don't want to look at the scores before.
What scores would I see?
No, but
in general, you say that you watch the games way later, like at night. Do you never run into the score, and does that ruin the game?
The Liverpool game was the first game, so then there was no scores to run into. And then the Man City game I watched live.
Okay.
So then I went to sleep because the game after that was like Arsenal, but somehow I didn't see the Arsenal-Newcastle score.
I think the Arsenal game was just before our game.
Right.
Yeah.
And you played Sunday?
No, Sunday.
Yesterday. So let me see. How did I see the Arsenal game?
You probably. Did you watch a replay?
What your game? So that was Sunday. So when I came back.
When you got back.
When I came back.
The Arsenal game had just finished.
So I met you. I landed Sunday.
Yeah.
Went to meet him at the Fox and Hounds in Studio City.
Yeah.
And then watched the second half of the Man U game.
Yeah.
Which was thrilling, exciting, you know what I'm saying? Amazing game.
That was the second half. He pretty much turned up for showtime.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like I showed up and they were like, let's do it, Ian's watching. And then I went home, watched the whole Man U game again.
Yeah.
No, I watched the Arsenal game.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I watched the Arsenal. Oh, did I?
You watched I saw you watching the United-Chelsea game.
United-Chelsea game.
I don't know if you watched the Arsenal game after that.
And then I watched the Arsenal game afterwards,
Yeah.
Yes, but the thing I watched it on didn't show that score. So
okay.
For some reason. So, yeah. So we can go from the top of the results. We can just run through, talk about Liverpool, Norwich. I don't know if you guys saw the game or do you want me to express how I felt about it. I watched it.
Norwich got into the game second half.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt like Liverpool's gonna run up like a tennis score at the beginning, when the game was like 15-20 minutes in. But Norwich was they were doing just about enough to just maybe threaten Liverpool's defense. But they were so leaky at the back. And second half, it kind of became more of a football game.
Oh, yeah, because Liverpool got all their goals in the first half. Yeah. I think it's your first game in the Premiership.
Yeah.
You're Norwich. You haven't been in there a while. And you're like, let's have a go. And they had a go, and they opened themselves up. But you're having a go against a team that loves a go. You know what I'm saying?
And the lower counter attack.
And they got the counter attack, and they can take the ball from you in the middle of your attack and then turn your gun on you. Yeah. And that's exactly what Liverpool did. And then I also think Norwich, and they play good football. They play good football. Like I watched one of their preseason games, and I was like, oh, this team plays good football.
Yeah.
But what they don't have, you could tell it was two different leagues of speed. Like Liverpool just was faster and just on all levels, technically faster and just speed-wise faster. And Norwich was like, oh, shit, this is a different league. So it was like a wake-up call. And I think Norwich, throughout the season, when that happens, you get shell-shocked and then you somehow get faster too, but hopefully they'll get fast enough to stay up.
Well, that own goal didn't help them.
Right.
Right off the bat.
Right.
Yeah.
And that being the first goal, as a defender, that ruins your whole fucking game. You just scored the first goal in the EPL.
Season.
An own goal. Yeah, the whole season. Yeah. You see what I mean? It's just as a defender, you're like, fuck. I saw his face. I saw his face. He didn't want to bring that shit up. I was like,
the first goal of the 2019-2020 EPL season goes to Grant Hanley but not for his team.
Yep.
Against his team. And yeah.
It's not a good way to start the fucking season.
Oh yeah. I mean,
scary.
And then Salah did his thing. Van Dijk manhandled the defender on that corner.
Yeah, he's pretty much just like lobbed his head out.
Yeah. I was like, listen, man, we win Champions Leagues around here. Get your head out my fucking face. And Divock Origi, like, filling in for Sane, did his thing.
Mane, you mean?
Filling in for Mane, yeah.
Origi is interesting because, I mean, it always felt like he's on the clock. Like he's about to leave any moment.
Right.
But then the back end of last season, he had a lot of very critical contributions.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe Klopp probably thought.
No, they signed. They gave him a deal. He was going to be out. They used him. He came through. Yeah. And they're like, it'll be fucked up
if they leave him.
If they just sold him or just let him go.
Yeah, it'd be a very Pep Guardiola kind of thing to do.
Yeah, it'd be cold-blooded.
Like just use him for that.
Yeah, because he helped him in the game against Everton.
Yeah.
And then he helped him in the game against Barcelona. And he helped him in the finals.
Yeah.
And he helped him in other games too, like when they really needed and when nobody else had answers.
Yeah.
And I think he looks like he's improved. It felt like before he's just scoring and doing things by accident because you're just out there and you're in the way. But I feel like he might have worked on his game and he's catching up to the league and he might be something. So good luck to him.
Yeah, but I think Liverpool had a good start though.
Yeah.
First season, 4-1. I mean, of course, Man City topped them, but like when I watched it, I was like, that's what I expected, a 4-1. I didn't expect them to get the one either, but I was like, all right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I love that the Norwich fans were singing like,
oh yeah,
we're winning in the second half. We're winning.
They did though. They did because they went to the powder room. The ladies' room and wiped their tears off and powdered up their face and composed themselves and went out there and acquitted themselves better. And Liverpool did not score in the second half, and Norwich did. It was a good goal.
If you look at the stats, if the stats look like it doesn't look like a 4-1 at the end of the day.
Oh, it was.
Oh, it was. Yeah,
it definitely was. Yeah. So they actually figured out. It's just they started late against the wrong team.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how that's broken up between the first half and second half.
Yeah, see, that would be a better.
I'd imagine there's barely anything.
I would assume that most of those 363 Norwich passes happened in the second half for them. You know what I mean? And the pass accuracy went up. Like, I'm telling you, they can play football, man. They can play football, and they're going to give teams trouble. And, we'll see.
The mid-level teams.
Yeah. But, there's enough teams for them to give trouble for them to stay up.
Yeah.
Like, they're not there to just kick it, hoof it up the field.
Yeah, I think a lot of these teams would have learned from what happened to Fulham last season. Because they just came in with a very,
brand new team.
And they're trying to play a pretty complicated style of football with the brand new team.
Yeah.
And that pretty much they were out of the...
I think this is the team that got them up that they're using.
Norwich, yes. Yeah. Villa have made a lot of changes.
Right. But Villa, we'll get to Villa.
Yeah.
We'll get to Villa. So next game was West Ham versus Man City. And Man City bought some people, and they have a good base, and they have a good coach, and I expected more from them.
More than 5-0?
More than 5-0?
No, less than 5-0. I expected them to, but they, I think
you're talking about West Ham?
Talking about West Ham, yeah.
Oh,
I expected West Ham to, with their upgrades in the preseason to put up a better fight against Man City. And apparently I was wrong.
Well, I think when Man City gets on that role, it's very difficult for any team to... you got to keep them silent for the most majority of the first half.
They did. Kept them silent for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Raheem Sterling, man. The goddamn hat trick. Which is most... like they called him offside on one goal, and it was like, I think this part of his shirt was offside.
The sleeve was off.
Yeah, like if the wind blew up this thing, then and puffed it out, that part of him was offside.
He's such a tiny person. How can that be?
Exactly.
You saw what happened to him? They're giving him a boot endorsement deal with Nike brand Air Jordan, $100 million.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
that's dope.
About time. He's probably the best player, among the best 3 players in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's fucking dope as fuck.
I mean, it's been a great 2 years for him. After the World Cup, people were shitting on him. Then he stood up himself against racism. Yeah. And, a motherfucker threw a banana at him. Yeah. And then from there, it's been nothing but great. I can't wait for somebody to throw a banana at me so I can make this money. You know what I'm saying? It's like he stood up for himself. Like he's kind of like the Premiership version of Kaepernick, especially if that deal goes through. Yeah.
And he actually, like, he does it in a really nice way where he's not like wallowing, but he actually makes fun of the guy. And he's like, I know you guys, the media, this is what you do.
Yeah, he gets it. He's smart. And people are getting, this guy is smart, not only just a football player, and he's grown too.
I think Pep has played a big role in that. The fact that he was very wasteful when he was like like a couple of years back.
Right.
Pep has cut out a lot of those unnecessarily dribbling. Just take the shot. Right. In position, just take the shot. Which is why his goal stats have gone through the roof.
Yeah.
The last couple of years.
I worry about Man City, like about their reinforcements and how good they are.
Oh, who they bought?
And who they bought.
Yeah, they just made the squad better.
I mean, like they were always.
There's nothing to worry about. We ain't gonna beat them anyway. So I take that back.
I just feel like they have a weakness in their back line, and they haven't done anything to
Stones, Otamendi,
and Laporte. I think Laporte is good.
Otamendi
is
I don't trust Otamendi.
He was not good 3 years back.
Yeah, he wasn't good before Pep got there.
Yeah,
he got better, but I don't trust him.
Yeah,
and then
Stones has had a bad season.
Yeah, Stones had the David De Gea version of centre back season last year.
Like Stones had such a bad season that Vincent Kompany had to come out from the coffin to save City.
They had to inject Vincent Kompany.
Put him up, duct tape him.
Yeah. And then, but I trust they got a new
right back. Cancelo.
And I don't understand. Yeah. And they got him from where? Juventus?
Yeah.
And they traded him for Danilo?
Danilo.
Did they give Juventus cash too?
Yes. So it's technically a 65 million deal, which comes down to 35 million plus Danilo.
Right. Oh, okay.
So
Juventus doesn't want a
which
good
is I don't get.
right
like
back?
Maurizio Sarri, after he's joined Juventus, has been making some really random calls. Like it seemed like Cancelo is the next big right back.
Yeah.
And he plays in a way that requires modern day fullbacks. Yet he got rid of Cancelo, and there's rumors that he wants to get rid of Dybala. And
right. But I think the Juventus organization wants to get rid of Dybala.
Which mean
because they wanted to get rid of him before that. He only had 4 goals last year, but he's been frozen out. Maybe he's not getting along with Ronaldo. I think it's a mistake, but
it is a mistake because Ronaldo can't do everything, and
he thinks he can.
Yeah. Anyway, so coming back to your point, so they got him, and that he will probably add to their right back.
Did he play Sunday? Did I see him?
I'm not. No.
I saw Rodri.
Rodri played,
and he was pretty fucking amazing.
But the thing with both Cancelo and Rodri is they've added depth in a part of the field where they actually have very established players.
Right.
Like they have Kyle Walker. And
no, he didn't play.
Right. But Walker played, and Walker got the first. He got the assist too.
Assist for the first.
Yeah, and Walker looked super fast on that assist. Like he just went down the field and cut around. Like, he made West Ham defenders look like children out there. For real, man. He just ran. He took the lead on that pass and then crossed it. And I thought it was an own goal, but it was really Gabriel Jesus got his foot in there and put it in.
It's really, I mean, I wonder how they get these deals done, though, because
it's illegal. They're going to get in trouble.
They're literally going to, forget about FFP. Like, how do they approach a player? They're literally telling Cancelo, who's rated really high, that you're not going to be a starter.
Well, how old is Walker?
He's not. Like, so he still has another couple of years in him.
Yeah, but Kyle Walker, right?
He's 29.
Yeah.
He's 29.
He's not even 30. So
you're going to probably be with this team for a long time. We're going to win for a long time. We're going to put you in and out. And
yeah, but that's something that every other team worries about, getting somebody. Or you can't get another center forward because Firmino's already good. You can't at least get somebody at the same level as Firmino. But they just keep doing this.
You want to play for Pep and you want to win.
Exactly. So that's that's probably the allure.
I mean, that's why I would go if they call me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Man City beat the shit out of West Ham.
Yep.
And fucked them up real bad. And it's crazy. The possession was only 58-42. And even West Ham had a decent amount of passes, 403, 80% accuracy. But shit, you only get 3 shots on goal and your ass out.
Yep.
And Crystal Palace, Everton. I thought Everton would win this. They bought people. You know what I'm saying? They've upgraded or got new players in. And
they got a red card too.
And they got a red card. Or maybe that's but that's like in the 76th minute.
It was pretty late, yeah. It was pretty late. 76.
Right? 76. Yeah. But the game was 0-0.
was kind of boring.
His game was kind of boring?
Yeah, it was kind of...
Yeah. Did Zaha play?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He did play?
That's why
for which team?
That's hilarious. And as watching the team you could have played for. Oh, shit, that's fucked up. That's kind of crazy. So,
but he didn't start the game.
He didn't start the game.
They kind of try to punish him. Either punish him or don't. I mean, either he plays or he don't play. I'm in my opinion, I don't see they just put him in.
I mean, it is a kind of punishment.
I mean, it's seriously
it's punishment.
Like Crystal Palace. You want to punish Zaha? He's like by far their best player.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
it's not even near.
I don't think he's as great as y'all think he is.
Nah. Well, he's great in that Crystal Palace team. Now that Bissaka is gone.
Now that I've been paying attention more, he does you called it.
Yeah.
Thank you. 1 week he's good. Second week he performs, and it's just on and off.
Yeah, he's Gerald Wilkins.
Yeah,
he's Gerald Wilkins. That's who he is. I don't want no Gerald Wilkins on my team. I don't want to not know what I have, even though I've had it for 5 years.
But he'd be good for like an Everton kind of team.
Yeah. I mean, he just needs to leave to go to a team that he knows is not going to be in a relegation battle every year.
Yeah.
And that's just where he's trying to, that has to wear on you as a player. Like, when you're not just to fight to stay in the league, adds this kind of you're looking over your shoulder type thing. And it's discomfort game to game, as opposed to playing in a team where you have the comfort that you're going to be in the league and you're just playing for points.
And you're playing for, you're improving. I'm pretty sure his stats suffer by being in Crystal Palace too.
Probably.
So as an individual, athlete, for him, that's a bummer every season in, season out.
Mm-hmm.
Could have probably, they're not going to play attacking all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to have the ball all the time. So
yeah, Everton is going to be more aggressive this year.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. But maybe he'll get out in the winter window. Maybe, hopefully.
After they've punished him enough.
I mean, punishment is playing for Crystal Palace. You don't need to start somebody at halftime. You play for a team that's looking over his shoulder. They're looking at the top 3 teams in the championship and hoping one of them is not going to take their place.
They have a great. I like their away jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks pretty slick.
I finally like Man U's jersey, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Burnley versus Southampton. Lee's been in here before, the English guy.
Yeah.
His team got his ass whooped by Burnley.
Well, second half though.
Second half, yeah.
They got it back to back.
Yeah, 63rd minute, 70th minute, 75th minute.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, Burnley just finally. Burnley, they have no no Europa League.
Got nothing to worry about.
They got nothing to worry about. They're very patient. They'll wear on you. They'll stay defensively rigid, and then they get their moment. And then if they score one in the 63rd minute, then you'll be like, we have to go harder. We have to open up more to try to get that point back. Get a point. Boom. They score again, and then boom.
They got Danny Drinkwater on loan from us on deadline day.
That's good. That's good for the Burnley.
That's good for us. This guy's been on 100,000 a week contract. It's been more than 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Last season he didn't play at all. He was not even part of any Premier League squad. The season before that, he played I think 27 minutes. So we literally bought this guy, and he's played 27 minutes across 2 seasons, and he's one of the highest paid guys in the squad right now after Hazard left.
Are they paying the full salary?
No, half.
But
at this point, we are like, dude, anything.
Yeah.
And he's on a 6-month loan because we want to get rid of him in January.
Right.
So literally just putting him on the shop window.
Yeah, hopefully if he plays good for them,
please.
Then they'll be like, all right, fuck it, we'll keep him.
Yeah.
So he's at Everton.
Burnley.
He's at Burnley.
Yeah.
Burnley, all right. Did he play?
No, he didn't play.
Didn't play?
I don't think he even came on. He didn't start, I know.
Yeah, we'll see. But, Burnley.
No.
Yeah, he's not even in the squad.
Yeah, he's not even on the squad.
They're doing the same thing. What the...
They found out. Y'all tricked him. No, I think he's a decent player.
All he does is like pictures on Instagram.
Oh, for real?
That's what he does. Like, I don't even understand. Like, the post hasn't even been up 15 seconds. And he's already liked it.
Is it your post? Why are you complaining about him liking your post?
Well, I'd love for him to like my post, but these are posts of people who can do without his likes.
Damn. Man, when you hate a Chelsea player, you hate a Chelsea player. That's all I can say, man. You're not feeling him, you're not feeling it, bro. Let's go to Watford versus Brighton. This score kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Brighton got a new manager, and I'm kind of pissed at Brighton because if they got rid of the black coach, Chris Hughton. But they said they want to play more attacking style.
Yeah.
Instead of survival style football.
Didn't they get rid of him during last season?
No, after.
Oh, just after?
Right after he saved them.
Oh.
And I think they spent some money too.
Did he move anywhere?
I don't know where he is now.
Oh, okay.
He might be back in the championship. I don't know where he went. But, yeah. But they beat a very capable Watford side.
Yeah.
Watford did pretty decent last year. And Brighton was in the other half of the table, heading towards,
Europa League.
Heading towards a championship. What'd you say?
Oh, you mean Brighton? Yeah.
Did I say Brighton or what did I say?
No, you were right.
No.
I thought you were talking about Watford.
Yeah, but they Brighton beat them like they were some
That's just crazy. They beat them 3-0. They had 3 shots on goal.
Yeah, they literally capitalized.
Somebody's goalie sucks.
Yup.
They both had 3 shots on goal.
Yeah.
But somebody's 3 shots was better than the other person's 3 shots. But they also dominated possession. They also passing, equal pass accuracy.
Yeah.
So, it's still early. You don't know what this Brighton team is going to end up being. But at least they got 3 points.
Yeah.
So good for them. So far, 1 game. Firing Chris Hughton seems correct. But it's a long season, and we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
I'm still against it. 100%. And then that was Watford Brighton. Bournemouth versus Sheffield United. And 1-1. Sheffield United, newly promoted team.
Oh, they got some points. Yeah,
and they got a point.
It's pretty good.
Small stadium.
Small stadium.
Small little stadium. I was watching. I felt like I was watching some high school or college football. Yeah, small little stadium.
Did it have like another, like tennis lines on it?
Yeah, you could see they played. What's that?
Like they use that stadium for something local. Is it
cricket? They had like cricket lines.
Cricket lines on it. That's hilarious.
It's usually the other way around.
And then Bournemouth scored first, and then they salvaged it like 88 minutes.
88 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so fucking they got some grit.
I like the look of Bournemouth this season.
You like the look of them?
Yeah, I feel like they can establish themselves as like that. Well, they have been a top 10 team.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got unless like they lose, because it seems like they might lose Nathan Ake at any point. Cause a lot of the
when they got till January with him.
Yeah. And they got the Liverpool kid on loan, Harry Wilson. He's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was with Lampard at Derby.
Bournemouth got a few like Liverpool.
Yeah, Dom Solanke.
Yeah, and they got. Is he still with them?
Yeah.
And they got Ibe.
Yeah.
So they're like reverse Southampton.
Yeah, just take from Southampton into Bournemouth. We'll take everybody, and those we can chew out, we'll chew out.
Shit, that's probably where Origi almost went until he salvaged his career. Yeah. So yeah, Sheffield United got a point.
You think they're staying or are they going back?
Too early to tell, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what their style is, or what their type of game is yet. Because
that had been like 14 years I heard since last time they were there.
Something like that. Sounds like that. Yeah.
Yeah, never heard of Sheffield. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So, but Bournemouth, you gotta take all the points when you can get them. But Bournemouth, I didn't see the game, and I'm just wondering if they play pretty open. So even if they score. It's like, listen, they have a Man City mentality without the Man City kind of like
people,
people with technical ability. Like they Man City would attack you, score, and keep attacking you.
Yeah.
And Bournemouth does the same thing, but there's just way more quality.
Yeah.
All throughout Man City's team, So Bournemouth has to figure out how to, if what happened, I think happened, they have to figure out how to.
Yeah,
change based on the circumstances of the game during the game, and go from plan A to plan B to C whenever they need to based on what's going on. Yeah. Well, somebody put that up real fast. I'm like talking.
It's like zooming in
like
to the three.
Just wants you to make sure you see. Oh, so go ahead, man. Tell me about this. Tell me about this Spurs 3-1.
I mean,
Aston Villa shit.
They showed us some problems in the beginning, but I mean, obviously second half came through. Who do we put in?
Christian Eriksen.
Dude. It's gonna be a big loss when we lose them.
But that's the thing. Like
I know.
I think this game came at the right point for you. Now, Daniel Levy, Pochettino, even if they have a little bit of a thought of letting him go, fuck that.
No, I think they're just gonna run his contract.
Yeah, let him go. Let him run his contract.
Just run it. Fuck you. You're
then
not leaving
and lose all that money. Daniel Levy's not gonna lose all that money.
But
that's what I think is gonna happen. Honestly,
nah, man.
I kind of feel like if Levy thinks like that, it's wrong, because nowadays I don't think you earn more by keeping that player with you than what you would by just getting a dollar amount.
But he wants to leave.
Yeah, but he can't leave right now.
He can leave at the transfer window.
He can leave at the end of the next summer.
But somebody might try to. Listen. You're a businessman. Dan Levy's been nothing but business all this time. Right? Is it Dan Levy? Or
the main guy?
Yeah. What's his name?
Daniel Levy.
Dan Levy. Yeah. He's been a businessman all this time.
Yeah.
The closer it gets to the summer, the less
he's worth
money he's worth, and you can get for him. So if he's leaving, if he doesn't want to sign a contract,
might as well let him go now.
Like sell him by the winter window, because that's the last opportunity you really have to make some money off him.
You can sell him and have him back on loan. You can do something like that, like what we did with Pulisic. But then again, if you do that, then his value will go down too, because no club is gonna pay the huge amount.
Like I just think like people are gonna be circling around that dude. They're just waiting for that thing to run out. Like even including Man U and all the other clubs, and then he's just gonna have the choice to like choose. He might, and he'll just go to Real Madrid.
That's where he wants to go.
And that's where he wants to go anyway.
Yeah, that's where he wants to go. And I don't think, I don't think a year from now they're gonna say no to him.
Yeah.
But I feel like what has Spurs got to gain by getting they're
not trying to get rid of him. He wants to leave.
No, but like just keep him for that last year because you need him. You need him this year.
But you can use that money and buy someone.
But you can't, because if you say you get like, how much is he worth? Like $120 million? 90? 100 million.
90.
Let's say 100 million, right? If you don't, and he showed how critical he is to the team this game.
Right.
If he goes and you don't qualify for Champions League, you drop off the top 4. The difference between the money you get from being in Champions League and being in Europa League is close to that 100 million.
Yeah, but if he wants to leave, and he's gonna leave, I see what you're saying.
But you're getting him
for the rest of the year.
Helping you do well this season, and that there's a lot of other ways you recoup that money.
I think money right in front of you is gonna talk.
But I feel like that in hindsight, because, for example, like this is never going to happen because we had like an understanding with Eden Hazard before.
Mm-hmm.
But if Hazard, we got like 100 million.
Yeah, I don't think you should turn your back to the camera.
Oh, sorry. So
maybe I should. I think you should gotta figure out a way to talk to both of us.
Yeah.
Without turning your back.
No, so if Hazard, I guess I just want people to see my Lampard jersey.
I mean, at least when he wore that jersey, they won.
Yeah. So I was saying, like, if Hazard hypothetically,
look at you, that's hilarious.
If Hazard hypothetically stayed with us, and that 100 million, and if we don't qualify for for Champions League, if we don't qualify for Champions League this next season, we're going to lose close to 60-70 million of revenue,
right?
That we would have got if we were in the Champions League. So if he wants to go now, get him on a premium. Like, it shouldn't be just his market price.
Well, they're going to double his wages and see if they can keep him that way. Maybe he's like, fuck it. It could go either way. He could run it out and then have a bunch of suitors that will grab him up for free. They've been circling like sharks, and you're like a kid in the ocean. They've been swimming for miles, shores way away, and they'll be like, yeah, I got him. We're going to take him without a fight. You know what I mean?
Who needs him? Real Madrid?
So Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's one.
Man United. Yeah. So many people need. And that's the thing.
United won't get him now.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you sell him, you have control over where he goes.
Exactly.
If you wait till that shit runs down, that motherfucker could go to the enemy and come back to hurt you.
He can hop across town. Come on in, Chelsea.
You own that. Arsenal even worse.
Yeah.
Spurs.
North London rivals.
Hey man, so you better. This is a good deal. You're offering him some more money, and that's the thing. He might just want more money. He might be, he might push it up a little bit more. Like, he has the power in this scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially after
has he said anything? Has he, like, publicly
He doesn't say much because
he
said he wanted a new challenge, the same thing Pogba said. But after that, I don't think he said much. Or if he has, nobody's, like, giving him shit for it. Unless you go maybe to the Spurs website and Spurs fan sites and see how the fans feel about it. But I haven't heard that much, like, we hate you type shit so far, especially after he came in the game and changed that one around.
What do you think of the new guy, Ndombele?
He scored, and he looked capable. He looked like he belonged there, so that's fucking dangerous. I think he
got a lot of confidence from that because it looked like in the first half he was like just trying to get which is understandable, like it's his first game in a new league. He was kind of like just about getting his bearings right. He wasn't like at it. He was like a couple of seconds late.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I thought he played fine, and then he got better and grew into the game.
Yeah.
Like I never thought he looked the loss. I just thought he was fine, and then he got better. And that shot, long range, like
that was a great shot.
Quality.
Yeah.
And like,
if you can do a few of those.
Yeah. And I think here's what the problem was. Aston Villa, like Norwich, said, we're going to have a go. And they are up to speed with Premiership pace. Yeah. And they jumped out on you guys. Quick.
Yeah.
And it took you guys 73 minutes to be like, get your shit together. Like, this is real. It's like it felt like Spurs was in the Premiership for the first time.
And that's after knowing Liverpool won and Man City. So it's that type of shit where it's like they're not fucking up, so we can't come through and fuck up.
Yeah, so you were scared.
Yeah, it was a little scary. It was like, fuck, they got like 20 minutes left.
But Aston Villa, they lost. I feel like, I believe the way they played, they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. Yeah. And it's heartbreaking. Like Harry Kane's quality just came through. Like, and you're like, oh shit, they got those in the Premiership. Yeah. Like if you're, oh shit, oh,
there's one of that.
Oh shit, that's what that's what this is about. Like when some shit like
Harry Kane, he's finally scored in August.
Yeah.
He had the whole August curse thing, right?
So welcome back, Villa. Welcome back, Lloyd.
Good.
So, and let me see who started. Like, go back there for a second.
What do you make of?
What do you think of Kyle Walker-Peters? Good. Rose is still
Rose was dope.
But I mean, that guy Sessegnon might take his place.
We'll see. Yeah. He's definitely the understudy.
Yeah,
he's definitely the study. Lamela played one of the best games I've ever seen him play for a while, and doesn't say much that he was great, but like I finally kind of understood Lamela more than I usually. Grealish played good. McGinn, fucking goal scorer, played dope. They got some players on this team, and
Pochettino plays some funky formations, man.
Like this one.
Yeah.
What is it? A 4-3-1-2? Yeah. Is that a diamond? Or no? Is that what they call a diamond? Because
I don't think it's a diamond. Because I don't think Lamela plays at the tip of a diamond.
A diamond would be 2-1.
Yeah.
It would be 2-1.
A diamond would be 2-1.
Yeah.
So what is a diamond? A 4?
3-2-1.
4-3-2-1. Oh, okay. And this is a reverse diamond. 3-2-1.
3-1-2.
4-3-2-1.
I mean, this could be a diamond. I don't know how it was actually.
Upside down triangle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A chicken wing? Like, what is chicken wing? What is?
It's the Illuminati.
A pyramid, like Illuminati, you said, Illuminati pyramid. Like, what is this? Yeah, we're playing Illuminati style. Yeah. So you feel good about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too worried.
And you got up and watched it?
Till homeboy leaves, it'll be a different story.
I mean, you might keep him. He's playing his cards right. He's a poker player.
But what would you do? What would you do if you had what would
shit?
Yeah. Well,
am I thinking like the boss? Because I'm thinking money.
Because if the options,
if you're thinking like a boss, you're thinking money. If you're thinking about like the coach, like I'm gonna wait till his contract runs out. Mm-hmm. So it just depends on where you stand, like who you are.
Because the coach is like, I might leave too, so I don't care about what happens 1 year later.
I think Pochettino's staying.
Oh, he's staying for a while.
Yeah, at least 2 more seasons. Yeah. This season and another season.
What if things go wrong at Madrid?
At Madrid? Oh. Then why would he want to go to a shitty Madrid?
He'll take Eriksen with him.
But still, it's going to be a shitty Madrid.
It's still a good team.
Is it? I don't. Like, I saw them play in the preseason.
Let's not talk about that preseason. That shit was horrible.
Yeah, it's not great, man. Nah. It doesn't look organized. You're trying to get rid of Hamas. You're trying to get rid of Bale. You don't have better replacements. So you only want to keep Benzema. Yeah. And the midfield looks shaky. And you don't even trust the good people in your midfield because you're trying to trade them for Neymar.
But that's all.
You're trying to get rid of Modric.
But that's all the manager's doing, though. I'm saying, like, on paper, they have a really good team, an experienced team.
I think Modric is old.
Modric,
and he's not as effective.
Yeah, they need a couple of new midfielders.
Yeah, and they got midfielders. They got Hazard, but I don't. It's like Chelsea might be better than goddamn Real Madrid right now.
Man, I would love it so much if we can like play them in the Champions League and like get one over them.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
It's hilarious. But
it was it's a good, like the fact that, you know, in the first game of the season, you were under that pressure and you come back and you win 3-1. I'm thinking this would really like lift the whole squad. And
I mean, but
they can go.
You came back to win a game you should have won in the first place.
Yeah, but you were not like, and these sort of games happen a lot, right, in the Premier League, that you're a big team, but some teams gonna, you know, they put you under the pump, and then you look for something to work, and they made it work.
Yeah, in a minute 70, you're just looking for a tie at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're just looking for a tie. You're like, dude, someone just fucking scored. And then you get three. You like walk out with the stadium's going crazy, brand new stadium still.
Yeah, I like how
still popping.
And Ndombele was when he scored.
Yeah,
like
he
scored like a future captain. Like his reaction after he scored was like, this is no big deal, kids. We got work to do. Don't jump on my back and try to celebrate. I didn't come here to tie these motherfuckers or celebrate this goal. I'm running back to the spot on the field where you get to when you start after a restart, and everybody get in position and stop trying to jump on my back. We got shit to do. And I was like, wow.
And I mean, and the jumping on the bag is kind of understandable. It's your first time on the team, first game in.
He said, no parts of that. Let's go. We got shit to do. We got shit to do. So that's a huge statement. He didn't look happy. You know what I'm saying? And he got better as time went on.
Did you see the guy that scored for Sheffield? John McGinn? Yeah, he started.
For Aston Villa?
No, for...
We talk United?
For Sheffield, yeah, for them.
Oh, Sheffield in the other game.
Yeah, you know what happened with him?
What?
He had started all the way from Division 3 with them.
Oh, yeah.
So he went all the way up, and he, like, when he scored, you could tell, like, he was like, whoa, and you could tell, like, it was a lot of passion.
Yeah.
But he started with that team, with the coach, all the way in Division 3, brought it all the way up. So it was like a big deal, and I was like, and that's what I mean. That was like a moment where I could see it, you reacting like that, but like you said, he captained up and said, hey, let's go.
Yeah, this guy, brand new, first game in the Premier League, scored a goal and got captain written all over him. Like, yeah. So, is he French?
He's French. He's one more.
France got so much. He said he's what?
He's one more.
He's one more French?
Yeah, he's one more guy in that France midfield who's...
They're stacked.
Yeah, they're
fucking stacked, man. How are they not going to win this Euro?
Everything.
Yeah. They can win the Euros and the World Cup next.
For the next 10 years.
But not 10 years, but the next 2.
Because everybody's in their prime. Like, it's not like they're going to fade away.
Yeah. Because, you know, we're not even talking Guendouzi and all those other people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's quality players, man. So, do we do Leicester Wolves already? No? All right, let's go there. And I don't know who I expected this to be, but I expected there to be goals, but there were none.
I mean, these are the two teams who everybody's saying may make a move to the top 6.
Okay. I mean, they could.
Somebody will have to slip. Might be us, but
I think Arsenal more likely.
Arsenal has more holes.
They have more holes, and in their midfield and defense, they're no better than any of these teams. Maybe a slightly bit better defensively, but Arsenal. Yeah, so Arsenal and even fucking Man U. I mean, we won. We beat you guys, and we'll get to that. But you know, I mean, sometimes I think we win games. Man U wins games because the players know they're playing for Man U, but they have to do better. But I don't think sometimes skill wise they're, you know.
Yeah, but especially when it's at Old Trafford, but like you've got the crowd behind you.
Right, but here's the thing about Wolves. I'm not even going to talk about this game a lot. I just know Man U plays Wolves next, and this game was a 0-0 game, and I'm going to use this game to go to the Man U game. So
they should have lost this game though.
Who?
Wolves.
Oh, there was a goal that was disallowed, right?
Yeah, for the V. Yeah.
Was it? I heard people talking about that.
So it was a straight handball, and I kind of liked it, but I don't. So you know how it's VR's in now in the EPL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was a straight hand.
VAR.
It didn't look intentional.
Didn't
look intentional.
Oh, I saw it. It's a free kick.
Yeah,
but he had his hands up against his body, but it was like this.
Yeah, and it didn't look intentional, but the ref called it. So they're saying that it's kind of good because now if it touches a hand in the box, they want to call it, and it just makes it. Because then if you give it up to intention, you're giving it up to the ref or whoever the fuck's deciding it, what's intentional, what's not. You can't say he kind of. So if it touches the hand inside the box, right here. They're saying that they're going to call it, so it's kind of...
that's not fair.
I agree, but I also don't want someone else saying if it touches the hand, I want it to be called.
So what happened? So it was a free kick.
A free kick.
And he handed the ball. Yeah. Right? It hit his hand. It wasn't like this. His hands was kind of like this.
Yeah.
But it was close.
It was on his body. Yeah.
On his body. Like, yeah. So he freaked the legal rule, in a way that but still... he was within law of it not being a handball.
And they called
it a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
I think they missed it. Right?
Or they didn't call it.
No, they did.
Or was it something else, an offside, something else?
I don't know, but it was a VR. I remember I was watching it, and it was a whole controversy about how it was for a penalty, and I don't think they might have called it.
They didn't give him the penalty.
Yeah.
I don't think that should have been a penalty. I get why people would think it should be a penalty, but I don't think it's a penalty. Your hands are, T-Rex style.
It's kind of like the one with Man U and Juventus. Was it that one where he was jumping in the air?
That was PSG. And that was a penalty.
Okay, see, that's another one where he's just jumping in the air. It's kind of hard to fucking...
his hand around. Yeah. You keep your hand to your body, bro.
Yeah.
Don't put that hand out there and pretend it's out there by accident, like it's unintentional. That shit is intentional. So listen, Leicester won. They're opening. What was it drawn?
Yeah, that was the controversy.
Yeah. All right. So what I want to do is Wolves tied this game 0-0, right?
Yeah.
And
wasn't there a goal that was ruled out?
Offside. Yeah. So what team was that?
That was Wolves.
So all right. So there's the penalty, and then what else?
I think it was that guy, Dendaka. How do you pronounce his name?
I forgot what it was.
Yeah, because I was traveling, so I didn't get to see everything. I normally get to see everything, but it's been a busy ass motherfucking weekend. So I did not even get to see the highlights on this one. Which is great when you're doing a show that's covering the Premiership and talking about all the games. Yeah.
Yeah, see, VR denies Leander
Donker and Wolves in goalless draw. So what was the... So what is it?
Look for it. Let's see.
Yeah, so we're just... Somebody read, because I can't see the shit.
Oh.
You see it? I'm trying to figure out exactly what... Shit.
We can come back to it.
Yeah, let me figure it out right now.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I go ahead. What were you going to say?
Looks like there was handball. It hit...
So it's the same thing?
Goal was scored, but they called it, they ruled it out because his teammate had made a foul.
Right.
It's kind of like when they rule out a goal for a push in the box.
Right. We'll find out, and then we'll just... Hey, I don't want to speculate.
Yeah.
Football fans, they want their shit accurate. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. In this game, Wolves-Leicester. Leicester had 70% possession, and they could not score against Wolves. Wolves had the ball 30%. And this worries me because we have to play Wolves next. When I say we, I say Man United. And this doesn't play into our hands as far as our style. And this is how they beat us last year. So based on their possession count with Leicester, it tells me that's the same way. The same approach from last year is the same approach they're going to bring into us.
They keep the ball.
They keep the ball?
Yeah.
The Wolves?
Yeah.
They didn't keep it in this game. It's 30%.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think they're a counter team.
And
we're a counter team, but we're a more aggressive counter team because we're Man U, and we have to play them next. So I feel like when two counter teams play, the more comfortable countering team, the team that's more comfortable like sitting back and taking the pressure, has the advantage.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my worry. But hopefully.
Yeah.
But let's go to.
They're pretty smooth though, like when they play.
Who, the Wolves?
Wolves.
Yeah. They look good when they have the ball.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, they look good when they have the
like
ball.
a lot of nice triangles.
So it doesn't look like they're just one of those shitty teams that's taking pressure on.
Yeah, it's not like.
It looks like they're being aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. Let's go.
So a goal being celebrated and then disallowed after VR review leads to enforce of the discretion new interception of the handball law. Wolves felt the Argus here first day rejoiced when, lashed the ball into the net in the 53rd minute, and then 90 seconds later they cursed him with misfortune when the ref wiped the scoreboard clean because the ball had struck the hand of Willie Boyd in the build-up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So handball cannot be. I think a handball can't be involved in any goal. You know, like if you're a part of the team that scored the goal.
They call it a foul.
So they just So all right. So Willie Bolly in the build-up.
There was other rules that were brought in, right?
Yeah, I think the basically the goalkeeper, when taking a penalty, you can't be off the line.
Say that again. Oh yeah.
Like so VAR's gonna look at that.
So then that happened in the Man City game penalty. What team had a penalty saved? Some team this week.
They had to retake it,
and they retook it.
Could be Man City because I know Sterling got one.
Somebody, I can't. Yeah, somebody got off the line fast and they called it back, but it's a lot of confusion. Listen, it's the first podcast. The second we did a pre, but this there's a lot of shit to remember. You got to get used to remembering a lot of shit. But yeah, there was something. Yeah. All right, so we go Arsenal, Newcastle, or let's go Arsenal.
Let's go Arsenal, Newcastle.
Newcastle. Right.
Yeah, I said it with the bang.
Yeah. Boring.
Boring. Yes.
Boo.
Fuck.
Boo. Jesus fucking Christ. I was like this game was as confusing as Arsenal's buys during the off season. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And it was a lull fest until the second half. Then it turned into a completely different game. It got way more entertaining, and shit started happening. But before that, Jesus Christ, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Arsenal still dominated the game, though.
Yeah, but they looked like choppy and like they didn't know. They looked like they were Newcastle for parts of the game.
Well, because I think Newcastle's going back. I think they might have a chance of leading.
Oh, they're one of the top candidates.
Yeah, and if you can barely beat them as Arsenal, that doesn't look good as a top 6 team.
Yeah, that's why I think one of those other teams we just talked about could take their spot.
Yeah,
they didn't have.
They'll have to like constantly outscore teams.
Yeah, the irony is they have to be the Newcastle of old to stay in the league. You know, that Newcastle team that just outscored people, or
the share.
And so with the Aspria and Kevin Keegan was the coach, and Newcastle before that. So but Arsenal, Aubameyang scored. Pepe got in the game. He looked like he didn't look acclimated. He didn't look acclimated. So
that was fine, I guess. Like, he's not gonna be fine right away.
Well, we'll see how long he takes to get used to this whole thing. Like, he tried too hard at some points.
Did you guys see that? Ozil and Kolasinac.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. I just want to say, I don't even know what I want to say. I just want to say Arsenal didn't look amazing, but they pulled it off. Pepe, jury's still out, and Mkhitaryan had one of the best games that I've seen him have.
Was Luis on
in
the
a
bench?
long time.
Oh, he was on the bench.
David Luiz was on the bench,
He didn't
so
come
we
on.
didn't see him.
Yeah.
And like, who started for them?
I think it was Mustafi
Let's see
and
their lineup.
Socrates. Oh no, it's Chambers.
Nathan Miles, Chambers. The Chambers is back from an injury, so he's supposed to be good. I mean, I don't trust any defender with that many syllables. Goddamn name. Was that Papa? Like, I don't like him just because I can't pronounce his name. So, so he's better be good for me. If he's a really good defender, if he turns out,
you'll learn his name.
Then I'll learn his name because they'll say it a lot. Or if I'll learn his name because he fucks up a lot. He fucks up more than I do trying to say his name.
It's interesting that they started Reece Nelson. He's another one of those English wonder kids.
How did he look? I can't. They just looked bad.
I mean, he wasn't. I think it's again the fact that you're.
And Wilcock too.
Yeah, Wilcock I think had a good game. Willock,
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive. Like, that's a lot of new people.
Yeah.
Especially on a team that doesn't have defense.
3 new people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. And Miles played last year.
Yeah, but he's still pretty new.
He's still pretty new.
Yeah.
But
Gundozi's new.
But he started their first game last year, and he's
but like last year when he came in, like, he was so new. So
but he was good though.
He was.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we had a Guendouzi.
Yeah.
For real. But Mkhitaryan played good. Aubameyang scored. So to me, it's just confusing. You buy Pepe. Meanwhile, Lacazette and Aubameyang were getting along. They're a good combo.
Yeah.
You get Pepe. You put the playing first. Look, like how long is Lacazette going to sit there being disgruntled?
I mean, ideally, if they go into, say, like a big game, a must-win game, like it can't be a Champions League game, but like if you go into like a big game versus Spurs or Chelsea, you want to play your best team, right? So you would maybe say Pepe on the right, Lacazette down the middle, and then Aubameyang on the left.
But then you're playing your most offensive team, but it might not necessarily be your best team, because your best team means you need motherfuckers that could help your defense, which you don't.
But
have.
like it's not like Mkhitaryan or Reece Nelson are great at tracking back.
Yeah, so it's
so their options are like that. So
this is not good. Even when you have Ozil presents and Xhaka, and everybody's crazy still. The pundits are still crazy about what's his name? What's the Uruguayan dude's name? He's a central midfielder kind of guy.
Oh, Ceballos?
Nah, not Ceballos. Who got Ceballos? They did?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So, but
he went in.
The guy I'm talking about is not Luis Martin. Torreira.
Oh, Torreira?
Yeah, like I didn't think he had a great season.
Yeah.
So I just think they're weak defensive midfield wise. They're great attacking wise. They're only great in one area of the field, and that's attacking.
And they were great at that last season too. They still,
they scored. Yeah.
But I think the difference is last season there were a lot of these games where they just didn't have enough to score that extra goal at the back end of the season, because I feel like Aubameyang and Lacazette get overworked. So maybe that's where Pepe can come in and you still have that high attacking output, but more consistently.
But sometimes he's scared to even play. Like, look how this game started. He only played Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like he took out Lacazette to put in Pepe. So sometimes he only plays one forward. So then he bought an extra one, so that the one that he didn't use all the time doesn't even get in. And then.
But did Lacazette come on at some point?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Because Pepe came on.
So that's, I don't know, bro.
Hey, if they're, well, they got attacking.
Down pat.
They bought attackers who are defenders. David Luiz. he loves playing center forward.
Then they put an attack. Yeah, like they bought a defender who's an attacker. So
you remember
they still can't defend.
You remember that the Brazil-Germany 7-1 game in the semifinals?
Yeah.
The World Cup. I'm like, Brazil went like 3 goals down. Suddenly David Luiz is is right up there.
Brazil went
3-0 down, and then suddenly I see David Luiz playing centre forward. Like, dude, why are you there?
And then they end up lost the lack of discipline. Lost the shape of the team, and then 4 more goals going. Yeah.
I mean, Luiz is good. I think he'll help their team. But
man, you're happy to get rid of him. Don't try to give him props.
No, I was happy to get rid of him. I was not happy to get rid of him because I still feel he has some value to add as a squad player.
Yeah.
But I was happy that he was. He's not among our.
He's
first
32.
3.
This is the issue with David Luiz.
Yeah.
This is what would make him have a good season. If he'd stayed with you guys and agreed not to play every game, I think. I think he's the type of guy that is at 32. It's probably gets tired from game to game.
Yeah.
But it would be sharper if he skipped some games and be sharp in the games that he plays.
But that I think was the problem. That's what Lampard told him.
But it depends.
He thinks that he can play every game.
Probably, but
or a halftime player. He can be a halftime player too.
Yeah,
centre backs usually don't get subbed on that often.
I would skip him every other game.
Yeah. But he doesn't think that. He thinks he is like this.
But maybe Lampard wanted to skip him more than that. You know.
I would doubt that because like he got the second most minutes after Kurt Zouma in defense in the
last year
in preseason.
In preseason.
So he was getting he was being lined up to play a good part, but he wanted to play a huge part.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's used to being the man.
Yeah, but I feel like in Arsenal, he does well when he's around other good defensive-minded players, like good centre backs, good full backs, good DM. He doesn't have that at Arsenal.
No, well, we'll find out.
So if you're telling me that David Luiz is gonna be the best defender,
so that means you guys, if he's arrogant enough
to think that, just let him have it.
You're lucky you got rid of him.
Yeah.
You don't want that head. You don't want that.
Yeah, especially when you're starting a new era. You don't want somebody sulking for game time.
And mind you, not that it helped you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you lost 4-0 to Man U.
Yeah.
And let me just say what I have to say about this game.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to. We won 4-0. Man U beat Chelsea 4-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And everybody's hyped, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's hyped. And I remember last year when Solskjaer came.
Yeah.
And we won a bunch of games, like 10 in a row or 11, right? And everybody was hyped. But what I kept inside while I got hyped with everybody and got caught up in the wave of enthusiasm, what I kept inside to myself and that I didn't want to say was that most of the 10 games that we won in a row or 11, that I felt like we could have lost those games as easily as we could have won them. And I thought everybody kept on focusing on the goals and the fact that we won as opposed to, we could have lost that shit. So then I see this game against you guys as the same type of game. And we have to become a team. Like last year, we literally lost 50% of the games. How do I put this?
By one goal?
No. We could, last year, we were a team that could lose 50% of the games that we played or win 50% of the games that we played.
Yeah.
And this year, how do we become the type of team that can win 75% of the games that we could lose as opposed to lose 50% of the games that we could win?
I think
I think
Harry
let me finish.
Wan-Bissaka helps.
Yeah, that helps, but we definitely need a midfielder.
Yeah.
Like another creative midfielder. Like yesterday, Pogba in the first half lost a lot of balls.
Yeah.
And because I don't know why people don't run to him, like to help him on his team. Like they see him getting surrounded and nobody kind of like shows themselves just for like a short pass, so he can short pass himself out of trouble and then move and then get the ball clear and then he can create. So I don't know why that's not happening. Just somebody to like, hey, show themselves at least as a decoy, so if he doesn't take the pass, the defense or the person that's like the people who are like trying to crowd him out will like go for the fake,
Yeah.
and then he can turn around. They just need I think it's a simple fix, and it's something that they need to work out. I also can't shit on them a lot because it was the first game of the season. They're trying to work things out. I do like that they use a lot of the stuff that they learned in preseason, that I saw in the preseason games, came to fruition in this game. And I could see where Solskjaer has a plan, which is what I wanted him to do. Yeah. Have a plan and then get the players to fit the plan. But you need still more quality players that you should have bought in the midfield until your other players get better and catch up, or they have a level to aspire to on the team that they can see every day in training until they get better. I like how Pereira played. You know, it's a different style of a player than I expected him to be. Like, you know, he's very aggressive. He's kind of keenish out there. You know, he's disrupting like attacks and stuff like that. And Lingard had one of the best games I've ever seen him have in a long time. He did not get the ball and give it away, so that's good. I hope that continues. And I mean, that's the Chelsea was unlucky.
Chelsea was unlucky for the most part, but we were unlucky in a way that we've already seen this. Like, we already know that Chelsea has a problem with finishing. We have a problem of like creating a lot but not actually capitalizing on it. And I think yesterday the biggest problem was Lampard, for whatever reason, didn't start Pulisic, which meant that we didn't have any width on the wings because we're playing Ross Barkley as a winger.
Right.
He's never played as a winger.
Let me see what their lineup looked like.
And the one thing with like watching Lampard's derby last season was he likes his wingers to play more centrally than other managers.
Well, you kind of needed that, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, but then...
Because you want to get narrow when you're being countered.
Yeah, but then your fullbacks need to be these modern day fullbacks who can keep going up and down and helping, like, you know, like Liverpool has.
Emerson did. He had like most shots on goal.
Emerson, but like Azpilicueta on the other side, like that was Dad's army there. Azpilicueta and Pedro. They were like, Pedro had a couple of places where he was in such a good position, he just wouldn't release the pass. He was making like he made a good impression of Willian yesterday in the game.
Can't blame Willian this time. He didn't play.
Yeah.
So now you're just trying to figure out a way. How can I shit on Willian, who I don't even think was in London or was in Manchester?
He's hanging out somewhere.
Yeah.
But so that was, I think, the problem. Like, we had nothing happening on the wings yesterday. And
but what did you want to happen on the wings?
I wanted some crosses to keep coming in. I wanted.
But maybe that's a part of a plan, because why are you crossing against a pretty tall team?
Well, I mean, you can still win. You can still win balls in the air. Like you guys were crossing against us. We're pretty much the same. Zuma and Christians are two tall guys.
Right.
It's just about that you do it often enough, somebody will crack. And otherwise it gets crowded, right? Like both Mount and Tammy Abraham, they're getting into good positions. But the balls were not coming in from the area of a pitch, so that you guys weren't expecting. So it became easy for United to, you know, put a couple of defenders and like just take some of our guys out of the game, because they knew they had nothing to worry about. You see a lot of the tackles that Wan-Bissaka made were very central.
He comes in.
Yeah, he comes in, but you want to push him out, keep him honest on that wing,
stretch it.
Yeah. So that I don't think that was happening often enough yesterday. But I'm not that worried about it, because that'll happen. We know why it didn't happen yesterday. Hudson-Odoi is out. He's injured.
He's gonna be out for a while, right?
I think he's gonna start training anytime now.
Yeah.
And then it's about, you know, you get match fit. And Pulisic is ready to go.
So you would have started him?
Pulisic?
I would have.
I would have started him.
I would have. Like what am I saw him in preseason. Yeah. He looks good. And then when he got on the field, he got around Wan-Bissaka effortlessly, and Wan-Bissaka is one of our fastest players.
Oh yeah,
and he has a lot of energy. He's not a. He's played in the Bundesliga. He's played for America. Like, what are you resting? Let me just finish. What are you resting this guy like he's never played football before?
Yeah.
He's played football before in the Bundesliga and for his country. It's like, just play him. Like, what do you? He scored some amazing preseason goals. You don't have to bring.
I think
you don't have to bring him into the league slowly.
I think Lampard tried to somehow fit both Barkley and Mount in because they both had such great preseasons.
But Mount did not have a better preseason than Pulisic.
No, he did.
He did?
Barkley and Mount were the two best players in the preseason.
Did you see the stuff that Pulisic was doing?
Yeah. I saw.
Yeah, in the preseason?
Yeah. I saw that one game.
Well, the only benefit out of this is now he doesn't have to get not blamed for not starting the game. So, because if he would have gone in and lost the 4 in his debut, you're kind of like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, see, so that's the only thing, like, for his morale, he can kind of be like, at least I didn't start the game.
And even for the fans, they're like, oh, now we have Pulisic to look forward to.
I know.
As opposed to like,
I did hear
Pulisic already played, he didn't do shit.
Because
I just believe in him.
Yeah, because my homie was saying, oh, they should have put him in. And I agreed because the commentator was saying that they shouldn't have. And we're sitting there that they should have put him in.
The commentator said they shouldn't have put him in?
They shouldn't have put him
in.
The
NBC commentator said they shouldn't have put him in.
Why?
These guys are like money, right?
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
I don't understand.
I was watching a Mexican.
Spanish.
Yeah.
And they said
they said that they should just run it the normal, put him in second half.
Was that like Mexico versus America commentary? Like, is that like them just shitting on an American player? Is that some bias shit?
I don't know. It was just.
Did they see what he did when he went out there? He made some runs. It was fine.
Yeah.
I feel like he played like he'd be fine.
I feel like Lampard got a lot of stick after the game for, trying a very young squad. Because this came like just 2 days after he pretty much got rid of David Luiz. So there's a lot of talk about, he's preferring youth over experience, and that's going to take time. And, you shouldn't go all in. But then I actually looked at the age. Our starting 11 actually had an average age lower than your starting 11.
No, I think ours is younger than yours.
No, it's not a big gap, but ours was like 23 point something. Yours was 22 point something. And the players who played bad for us were
Azpilicueta,
Zuma, Pedro. These are 3 very experienced players.
I don't think Pedro played bad for you.
I thought Pedro, like, for what because we really needed him, to offer that weight and like be better with his holder play, be more sharper with his passing to either Tammy or Giroud. I don't think he was there.
I don't think. I just think you don't like him, but.
No, I like Pedro more than I like Willian. So
that's not saying much.
No, but I just.
You like the guy who's. If you knew, you'd like the guy who's going to stab you more than Willian.
No, I mean, I'm not that, because, Pulisic is unproven too. I had no problem with us. I understand why he didn't start Pulisic. So if Pedro plays in a team where there's a lot of, you want him to be like that, like that guiding light and like not make mistakes. He was making a lot of those, mistakes. Like he had a few people through, and he chose to like hold on to the ball, do a step over, and the moment was gone.
Are you sure those passes were open?
Yeah,
because we did a good job of like.
Because I saw screenshots
jumping on shit,
and
screenshots see, you love the screenshot
with a whole lot of. Because I was watching a lot of the analysis today, and you see it during the game, and you're like, yeah, maybe not, maybe, but then you actually look back, yeah, it was there.
I don't know, bro. I don't know who makes these Chelsea screenshots.
They
always
go straight
support
to me.
your argument.
There's a lot that don't, but I just don't let you know about this.
Keep on doing me that favor. And what do you think about how did Mount? I saw him. I thought
he was the best player
on the team.
Yeah, our best player.
I know that. I know that's what you're saying.
Yeah, because see, there's no point analyzing the team after we went 3-0 down. Everybody was bad after that. So I'm talking about the period till it was 2-0. In that period, I thought Mason Mount was the guy who was like, he was always there. Like, you see every frame, he's the guy pressing. And Lampard's game
more
is
screenshots.
No, these are not screenshots. These are like, he's the guy who's like always pressing. He was creating. He made one mistake, and it was a pretty big mistake because we could have scored. He had a clear shot, and instead of taking the shot himself,
he
tried to pass it to I think Tammy.
He did what you accused Pedro of not doing.
Yeah. No, but Pedro, he did that, but he should have taken the shot. But apart from that, I thought he had a really strong game for something that we need from that guy in midfield higher up.
What do you think of Barkley? This player.
I don't think
preseason Barkley ain't show up.
But I don't blame him for yesterday because he's playing out of position. So even the Barkley had a poor game.
What did he play in preseason?
He played Mason Mount's position.
But I'm looking at this lineup now.
He played number 10. I think Barkley, if he plays number 10, he'll do good. But then
you guys got Kovacic and Jorginho.
Yeah.
Kovacic is not a natural defensive player.
Yeah,
Jorginho,
but he was okay yesterday. Yeah. Kovacic and Jorginho were both okay yesterday.
You just said everybody played shitty.
After 3-0.
I think you said after 2-0.
No. I'm saying like till about like because 2-0, 3-0 happened very close to each other. Till about that point, I thought Mason Mount was our best player, but I thought there were a couple of other people who had good games too. There was Kovacic, Jorginho. I thought Christensen had a really good game. I thought Tammy for the first half had a really good game.
Who was on Rashford when Rashford scored the goal with
from Pogba?
Yeah,
it was Christensen.
Okay, so
yeah.
You think he was in a bad position? You think
he was in a bad position, but he was like 1-on-1, right?
But you 1-on-1, you got the guy.
He didn't.
A great defender would have.
Van Dijk would have got him.
But Van Dijk wouldn't get somebody like every single time. Like,
but
he was.
Yeah, true, but I don't know. That's a moment. That's a moment to make a statement.
Yeah. But like there were moments before that too, and he did make the statement before that.
Listen, 2-0, you could still win this game or get a point.
Yeah, but I don't think when you're defending, when the ball's in the air, you're thinking whether it's 1-0 or 2-0 or 3-0. You just want to do your job, and then
he didn't do it.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. But I'm saying like overall, throughout the game, because Zuma was having a stinker.
Yeah, he was.
And Christensen was cutting out a lot of those chances.
He was doing Zuma's homework.
Yeah, so
I was like, hey man, you gotta start doing your homework, bro. I can't, he didn't bring you from. You playing real Everton right now. Jesus.
Yeah, but I'm not that worried about Zuma too. I think he has the experience to like brush it off. If this was Christensen, if Christensen had a bad game, I would be really worried.
Oh yeah,
because he seems more of like a confidence kind of player, where he needs that. Because
he played less last year.
Yeah, and it has happened with us too. Because under Conte's for the second season, it was Christensen's coming back on loan, and he had a great season. And then there was a game in January. No, he came back. He was. Right. This is the first season playing for Chelsea after doing 2 good seasons in Germany. He had a great season going up till January, February. And then the game against Barcelona came in the Champions League, and he had a bad game. And it took him a long time to get out of that. Like you could literally see his performance drop after one game.
Was he playing a lot?
He was playing a lot. He was starting, he was playing 3 at the back, and he was starting for us every game.
Right.
But then after that, his performance just went down. So, but Zuma, I don't think is that kind of guy. I think Zuma will just get off next season, next week, and it's going to be fine.
Yeah, you hope. All right. Let's just top game next week. Spurs, Man City.
Oh, that's tasty.
So,
I'm cool.
They're playing at the Etihad. What's your
I'm cool. We beat them in Champions League.
You beat him in Champions League? Did you see the Champions League?
You wouldn't. Would you still beat him?
Oh
yeah, you had VAR.
You and VAR beat them in Champions League.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
But
we got it back.
VAR is with you.
May
May VAR be with us, yo.
Nah, I think it's it'll show us where we stand, and it'll put.
I think Man City somehow is already in end of season form. Like they came into the shit rolling.
Yeah, they came in hard. I'm not gonna lie. That 5-0 scary.
I mean,
and then the way we started.
If you go down,
I'm pretty sure when you guys played them in the Champions League, they beat somebody 5-0 this week before.
That's true. Yeah,
that's what they do, but until they don't.
I mean, you guys are good at preparing for them.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's a very interesting game. Now that you bring up Champions League, I kind of forgot. So
we'll watch it. It's 9:30. I'll be there.
Yeah,
it's not early.
I'll be. I gotta figure out how to watch. Yeah, I'll just wake up. No. This is what, Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. 9:30.
Shit, I'll be flying back from New York, so maybe I'll watch it after I land.
Yeah.
Or what time do I get here? I gotta look at what time I get here. But yeah, I still always gonna go Man City, especially at the Etihad. I was shocked that y'all beat them in Champions League. I don't think I'll be shocked again.
We'll see.
Yeah. And what you think?
I think it's gonna be a good game. If Eriksen starts, I think it's gonna be.
I don't know why he wouldn't start this time around.
Well, he didn't start.
I know, but after that, it's like.
We're talking about one more week of contract negotiations.
Yeah.
So who knows what's happening? He might be on a plane this time next week.
Yeah, like I said, they might sell him.
Yeah, but I think you guys will keep hold of him, and I think it's gonna be because both teams. Spurs' problem happens always at the back end of a season because you have such a limited squad, and people get tired with all competitions by then. But that's not an issue right now.
Right, not in your midfield.
Yeah.
And who else is Spurs?
Not in your midfield, but like Harry Kane's gonna have a problem.
Yeah, like last season, Kane was out for a cool minute.
But you have what's his name, and who else did you buy?
They didn't buy anybody in the forward line.
But you bought and
they just bought that one guy, that guy,
and somebody else.
Los Ceballos.
No,
not Las Cielso.
Yes, Cielso. They got him on loan, but an option to buy, and he's a midfielder. Is he from Celta Vigo or some shit like that?
Yeah, Celta Vigo. And then they got Sessenon from Fulham, who's a left back.
Yeah, somebody told me there was like Spurs improved, but just in their midfield, and if Harry Kane gets injured,
always good.
The midfield's always good, so but they get tired.
Yeah.
So then they won't get tired.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What do you think about Chelsea?
I think
next season they go up against
Leicester. This is gonna be a really good challenge in the sense that we gotta play. We're playing Liverpool tomorrow in 2 days.
On Wednesday?
Super Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a big challenge because now you got to suddenly manage 3 11s within like 7 days. And Liverpool's not going to be easy.
How much do you care about the Super Cup?
I care.
How much do you think?
Lampard. Klopp, I think they care. Super Cup's a proper trophy. It's not like the Charity Shield.
Yeah. At the end of the season, I was telling you this yesterday, at the end of the season, or
let
me just finish it.
Yeah.
If you win the Super Cup,
yeah,
and Lampard has a bad season,
are
they going to be like, man, don't fire him, he won the Super Cup?
Well, I don't think we're going to fire him either ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the Super Cup, like for me, only 2 things really matter, which is the Champions League and the Premier League. But if to the extent that FA Cup matters, League Cup matters, UEFA Super Cup also matters. So that's
confusing.
No, I'm saying like because I know FA Cup matters to a lot of people, right?
It's a trophy. Mattering less.
It's mattering less.
It depends on who you are.
So I put it on that same level as an FA Cup or a League Cup.
I feel like, well, I can't even say that because I feel like if Spurs were going for the Super Cup, it would matter. But that means they would have to have won the Champions League. But that means they would have won a trophy because they won the Champions League.
They got the monkey off the back.
They got the monkey at the back. So Chelsea.
Well, Lampard, look at it this way. Lampard's being slated everywhere. right now. So we had the season losing 4-0.
Are you guys?
He could
are
have
your
won
fans going in on him?
Not fans, but there are like some fans, who are always negative or whatever. They just look for any opportunity to like pile on. But like in 2 days, he could have won an European trophy.
I mean,
could happen.
And then 2 days after that,
he could have lost to Leicester.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Leicester game, I feel that will show us like what part of the squad is getting used.
You can't afford to lose that game.
Yeah.
And you can't afford to. It depends on how you do in the Super Cup.
Yeah.
You might be able to.
Well, what do you mean by you cannot afford? Like, you mean that'll be bad for a top four?
Not bad. Just as a look.
The confidence.
Just a look.
Well, we also have like half our best 11 out. We don't have them available.
Nobody cares about that.
But I'm saying like performances are gonna get better or as the season goes forward, as more players keep coming back in. For example, Aspilicueta had such a bad game. I'm very confident like that. I might sound silly this time next year.
I don't think he had that bad of a game.
I thought he had a pretty bad game. Like he had a very expected bad game, because if a team has like pace on the wings, Aspilicueta will have.
You guys were badly coached in that game.
Yeah, I mean you can say that because like if Pulisic didn't start and then you expect Aspilicueta to do the job on the wings, and he's not capable of. But those are the cards we dealt. There's this guy Reece James from our academy. I think he's gonna be the biggest game changer for our season.
Are you guys is he on the squad?
He is injured right now. So, but he's gonna be back in a month.
We talking about tomorrow. We talking about Wednesday and the weekend, bro.
Yeah, we don't have anybody. Aspilicueta has to pay because the other option is Zappacosta, who's like who's.
Well, let's keep it moving a little bit. So who's Spurs playing? You playing? So did you say what you felt about?
Yeah, Man City. We handled them at Champions League. Why not now?
Liverpool got Southampton at Southampton. I think Liverpool will take that.
Yep.
And then let me just go to who's Man U up against?
Wolves.
We played Monday.
Wolves.
What
United.
Monday at 12:00.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game. Just because of the style. And if they sit back on us when we want to sit back on, I don't know what our style is. I know what our style is against. I know what our style is in certain scenarios. I just hope, like Mourinho said something this was the funny thing. Mourinho was in the Sky Sports studio and pre-game, mid-game, and post-game, and the main game that he's talking about is Chelsea, one of his ex-teams, and Man U ex-teams. Yeah. And I told you this, they asked Mourinho if Manchester United should start Maguire. And he's like, I don't know. I haven't seen any of the preseason games. It's like, you're going to do this, cover this game. You didn't watch this guy. And I think he did see.
He just turned up for some free money.
Yeah. And he did. Mourinho, I just think he doesn't give a fuck about commentating. He's just doing it until a job comes along.
Yeah.
Or he's bullshitting, and I think he was just trying to detach himself, pretending he wasn't attached emotionally to being fired by Man United, and now having to like talk about them, and then more irony added to it is like he has to also talk about they're playing the other team he was fired from. And one of them is being coached by a player that he used to coach, and a player that also beat him when Derby played Chelsea in his last season.
And also, when Lampard left, that was due to Jose Mourinho.
Yeah,
because he wouldn't give him the new contract.
Right. So then there's a lot of animosity towards that game. Yeah. But one thing he said was teams have to have he said two things. You have to have a philosophy, but then you can move in and out of that philosophy based on the type of team you're playing.
I think that's what that's what United does right now. The Solskjaer.
We're pressing.
What are you saying, that you don't have a style?
No, I'm not saying we don't have a style, but how are you going to press a team that's going to give you the ball? Yeah. That's what I want to see. What are we going to do?
You need somebody in midfield to like really start. Like you need Pogba to not be there. You need Pogba to keep going up and down. Because he needs to take the ball forward.
Yeah, yeah.
Who else is gonna?
Right.
Pereira
might be able to do some things. I think there's more to Pereira than I thought.
Yeah.
But we have to let it unfold.
Yeah.
And Lingard can't give up the ball if he plays again.
Yeah.
And and he has to play like he played. And Rashford, and we have to score first. That'll help bring Wolves out of their shell.
Yeah, because then they have to play.
Make it the type of game that we want it to be. But we're going to be, I feel, more aggressive than them, and that kind of worries me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's not a lot of confidence. You sound way better right now than you did at the end of season, at the end of last season about Man U. You were saying you guys were a shit show. You guys weren't like.
Yeah, but I also had hope that we would do good business in the pre. I thought that.
Were you happy with the business you guys did?
Not completely. I think, like I said, I always said we need attacking midfielders to take the pressure off Pogba.
Yeah.
And to, so, we'll see.
How about the fact that Lukaku went and nobody else came in?
I'd rather have attacking midfielders. But we should have used that money. I was telling a friend today, we should have used that money.
Yeah.
We know we're going to sell Lukaku. It's just a matter of time. So buy Bruno Fernandes. You know what I mean?
He didn't go anywhere. I can't believe he.
That's so crazy. But
I think we should pay for him now.
Yeah.
So that how like Gabriel Jesus, he was paid for
when he was like in high school.
Yeah, exactly. He was paid for almost half a season before City got him. Yeah. And then there was other players like one of the players that Liverpool has. He was paid for half a season before.
Yeah.
We should do the same thing. Like do the deal so that we can get him in the transfer. Like why are we bullshit? We know what our issues are. We know we're gonna. And I know we got some young guys.
And you got to do it all at once. You can't like do it in a layered, staggered fashion because.
And I feel like if we do good this season, Pogba might consider staying. And I want to give Pogba some props. He was the last player to leave the field. He went to all ends of the field and applauded everybly. And then they tried to start some shit.
Was it like let me finish. Goodbye?
No. just showing his appreciation. He's trying to be liked. He wants to be liked. But there's a lot of ex-players that shit on him. There's a lot of fans that shit on him. And he's their, he's our best player. Like I said, he didn't have the greatest first half, but he definitely more than made up for it. And I'm glad that some of the mistakes he made in the first half, the team didn't have to pay for.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear the end of it. But,
But
buy another midfielder that's aggressive and attacking, and especially a box-to-box guy, the way I hear that Bruno Fernandes. He sounds like exactly what we need, you know? So, all right, what do you got to plug?
Just find me on I got a couple of shows down in San Diego lined up. Just follow
me. I want
me
you to sound even less enthusiastic about it.
No, because I was just listening to you made a quick switch from football to yeah. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Sawyer's Lawyer.
Sawyer's Lawyer?
Sawyer's Lawyer, yeah.
Sounds out of it.
Perfect. You can find me at Extreme Marks a Spot, and then I'll be at Bakersfield, Brooklyn's Barbecue, August 17th, and then the Improv Hollywood, August 23rd. That one's at 7 o'clock. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Let me follow me on Instagram at Ian Edwards Comic, right? Also, go to my website, ianedwardscomedian.com. I'm going to
find the shows.
Yep.
The Helium Comedy Club.
Helium Comedy Club, 22nd through to the 24th, right? In Philly. And also Helium in Buffalo, August 30th to September 1st. And let's see, where else?
Go Bananas.
September 5th through 8th in Montgomery, Ohio. And I'm doing a one-nighter at the Winchester Music Tavern in Lakewood, Ohio. The Press Box in Fresno on September 28th. And then also the same night, the Press Box in Clovis, California, just pretty much a town over, like later on that night. And then the other Helium, St. Louis, October 3rd to the 5th, and the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama, 18th to the 20th of October, and the Comedy Palace, December 13th.
Coming to my town.
Yeah, I'll be in San Diego.
I love that place. Like, yeah.
Follow me on Instagram at Ian Edwards, at Ian Edwards Comedy. Ian Edwards Comic. Got it. And that's it. We'll see you next week. Great job, guys.
Thanks for having
Why
us.
are you laughing?
You're talking to me, right?
Yeah.
I know you're talking to him.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great job. I mean, still. I mean, despite just because Chelsea did bad, don't mean he did
just
bad.
like the job they did for you.
No, it is what it is, man.
He was so happy. Like, he came back from he just landed there from the flight, and within seconds he was 2-0, then it was 3-0.
Yeah. Once I show up, it's on.
There we go.
It's on.
I remember, like, I switched place. I moved to, hang around with him, and sit next to him, and I'm like, fuck, this is what I shouldn't have done. It was working well when I was sitting next to Tua Thompson.
It wasn't working well. You were down 1.
No, it was still like, okay.
Here's the funny thing about Man U's first goal.
Yeah.
There was a foul. The ref played the advantage, and that advantage turned into a penalty for us. And it's like, if he'd have called the first foul, probably wouldn't have. Yeah. And it'd been a different game. All right. Hey, bro. Inches. Thank you. I give it up for Aaron Brungard, our dude behind the boards, working the cameras, the sound, all that shit. Killing it. All things comedy. 1.